Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Ventura TV. I'm Sandra Siepak. On today's show, we are welcoming our new Ventura County Sheriff, Jim Fryhoff. Thank you so much for joining us, and welcome to the show.
Thank you, Sandra, for having me. I really appreciate you.
Very good. Sheriff Fryhoff has more than 32 years on the force here with the Sheriff's Department, and in his new position, he will oversee over 1,300 employees and numerous volunteers. As Sheriff, you have stated strengthening community partnerships is very important to you. And we'd like to know more of how you're going to be doing that and how you're going to engaging with the community and hearing their concerns as well.
Well, first of all, yes, thank you very much for having me on. And yes, very exciting times for all of us. I definitely think that law enforcement, we can't do our job effectively without the community's help.
Right.
And a lot of what I explain to our staff and our deputies are, you know, there's almost 900,000, probably creeping up on 1 million people here in Ventura County.
Yes.
And we have 1,300 people in our jail. Well, that means there's about 990,000 people not in jail that are good citizens who are just trying to go to work, raise their family, you know, take their kids to sports and provide services for the community. And we want to partner with them in our efforts, you know, and for a long time, you know, community-oriented policing for years was, you know, law enforcement identifies a problem and then law enforcement on its own identifies a solution. And oftentimes those solutions weren't necessarily what the community wanted or even effective or long-term effective. And so what I want to change is have a community partnered policing model where we actually get to engage with the community so they know what our concerns are, what we're facing, the challenges we're facing, and then hear from them what they think is the best solution for it. And also if there is a long-standing issue that has existed that is causing these problems to persist, that I want to work on those longer standing issues also, not just, you know, the easy fix on the top. You know, it's you know, if you're eating something that's poisoning your body and you can take a pill to fix it, that's not figuring out the fact that you're poisoning your body, right? So we want to stop the poison from affecting our community. And we can only do that from talking to the community about what we can do to solve those other issues that are leading to the problems that we're seeing.
Right. And building trust and transparency, working with all the agencies across the communities that you serve is very important. And I know that that is something that is important to the community as well. So how are you going to be doing that, building that trust?
One thing is I number one, for our community trust, it's really important for all of our officers to understand what their positions are, right? What their role in what policing looks like in Ventura County. I want them to be approachable. I want them to treat this community like we all know each other, because it's a very small county. And if I don't know you directly, I know somebody who knows you very well. And I want them to know that, hey, listen, we live here, our families live here. Treat the community like you're their neighbor or they're your family member. And that's the relationship I want them to have. So when somebody comes up and asks a question, spend the time, answer their question, give them the guidance they're looking for. If somebody calls in that's a victim of a crime, don't rush that call to go head off to do something else that you feel is more important. You know, if you are looking to take somebody to jail, you're trying to find that person who's got a warrant. People only call us when bad things are happening. They don't typically call us when things are going well. And so when somebody has called us, it's typically their worst day of the year, for certainly, if not in their life. And I want them to be given that attention. And I want the officers to know that they have the time to give them that attention. That helps build the trust.
Will there be more recruitment? People would like to know if there are openings for more sheriffs to come into the department. Would you be recruiting more? Is that something you're looking forward to in the future? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we are actively recruiting. We are trying to fill about 50 vacancies right now. And, you know, and every year we lose, you know, 25 to 40 people that retire out because we have 2 academies right now. When I went through, there was 3 academies a year. And as people hit their benchmarks for retirement or injuries or just separating from service, some are moving out of the area, you know, we have these vacancies.
Can you share your website for those who would like to get more information on either recruitment or the Sheriff's Department?
Absolutely. VenturaSheriff.org is our website. And on there is a Join Us tab that you can go to. We are going to try and update our website as well so that it's easier to find. Right now, you do have to go through a couple tabs to get to it. And I want people to be able to just say, hey, I want to know more about that organization. When they look at us, I want them to say, that's the agency I want to work for. That's the community I want to be in, where law enforcement is part of the community. We work together on our solutions, and we can really do this much better together. And like I said, we are hiring, and we'd
Good.
love to have anybody join in VenturaSheriff.org. And, I'd say that if you're not interested in doing policing, where you want to be out in a police car, we do have other positions within the sheriff's office that we are always recruiting for as well.
Okay.
Our SSTs, which is our sheriff service technicians. They are the ones that operate the jail from inside. They don't have direct inmate contact.
Right.
They are the ones that are pushing buttons, that are creating the movement for our inmates to go back and forth to court services, to attorney visits, et cetera, et cetera. A vital position. And oftentimes we have folks that I've worked with for 32 years that still are, working in our corrections. That's where they've been for that full 32 years.
Okay.
That provide an amazing resource for our brand new deputies who have graduated in the academy, who come into a jail facility. It's probably oftentimes their first time in a jail facility. And then to be there with somebody who's got 3 decades of working in a facility provides a lot of comfort, right? You're like, okay, hey, what's supposed to happen? What does this look like? And they're excellent opportunities for that.
Lots of good opportunities for so many people to come in and be a part of and work inside the sheriffs.
We have, like I said, we have scientists, and we have our HR department, we have our business office. We have so many different layers to the sheriff's office for people that are wanting to work for the county, want to be part of this engine that is going to keep us safe, because they are all integral parts to it.
And everybody's working for the same
goal.
The same goal is safety. I know that you're married, you're a father of 2, you live in Ventura County. Like all of us, you want the same thing as we do. Everybody wants to be safe. We want to have a great community to live in. And that's really important. So I'm so happy to hear that you are stressing that among you and your team.
Yes, it's really important. That's what I call them. I say we are a team. There is nobody more valuable than others. We all have a critical role to fulfill. Sure. You can't line a team with all quarterbacks. You have to have a center. You have to have a lineman. You have to have wide receivers. You have to have referees. All these things to make the game go. We're all part of a team
working together,
go in the direction of public safety.
Very good. Well, I thank you so very much, our new Ventura County Sheriff, Jim Fryhoff, for joining me on the show today and sharing some of the things you're going to be doing now and in the future in the Sheriff's Department. People have a lot to look forward to and a lot to know that their safety is a top priority with you.
100%. And please have me back on. I'd love to give you a status update, and whether it's in a year from now,
Absolutely.
so we can talk about the first year and see how we did.
Very good. Sounds terrific. Well, thank you so very much for all you and your team are doing, and thank all of you for joining us today on Our Ventura. I'm Sandra Siepak. See you next time, everyone.